Good afternoon. This is Hansel Zhang, student number 308609. This video is for the visual presentation for the Lengua Extranjera 4. So today I'm going to introduce amazing Korean invention called the ondol. So what is about the ondol? If I explain just the basic concept of the ondol, is from the floor, when people trying to sleep on the floor, which is a very Asian culture, Asian, the Korean, Japanese, Chinese, they heat up the floor, make it warm, and they can survive in the winter very nicely. So for that technique, for that technology system, we call the ondol. Specifically, this is invented by Korean ancestors, and we're going to see who invented, when they invented, and how they developed, and how we're using it nowadays as well. So first, the ondol is from the 4th century near to the Tuman River. In now geographically, so very near to the North Korea. And there's a people who live there called the Okjo people. They developed, they made it. They made it and they developed. So the purpose was the same. For the horrible winter time, they want to defeat the winter. So, and they need to keep doing the farming in that area. And they need to heat up the fire, and they want to use this fire in recycle way. So we're going to see quickly about how ondol looks like. So basically, the first invention of the ondol, looks like this. So as you can see, let's start from the right side. Butumak is a complete Korean. They put just English for the pronunciation, which is talking about the location of the kitchen. The location of the kitchen. And what you see, this black thing is for cooking pots. And the agongi is for the fire entrance for the cooking. So basically we use the wooden fire for cooking things and using iron pot for heat up the food or cooking the food. However, the Okjo people, they decide, why don't we recycle this heat? Because this is a very cold area. So we're going to develop the house in this way, which is, as you can see from the agungi, they heat up the fire with a wood. All the heat is going through the gaps between the floor and the dirt, which is under the house. So what you see here, J aguji, is just a blocking, like only purely like and make it enter the airs, which is a hot airs, which is a protect the fire from the floor, protect the floor from the fire. Sorry, protect the floor from the fire. And as you can see, this like a round gray things is they call that as a gomdur or gong gudlejang. Yeah, 구들장, sorry, 구들장, and the ondol floor. With this three combination, it's actually the protector from the fire and containing the heat very nicely. Yeah. So gomdor is specific types of the rock, which is if you just put the wooden floor directly, of course, it's gonna get burned. Even the jeaguji is protecting from the protect the fire from the floor, but still, so we put the stone part of the construct here. And after the kudeljang is a wooden part, and the under floor is like actually people, they can put the skin on it, which is a back part, which is they lay down or sit down. So if you imagine in the desert, the sand, for example, the sand is a basically very small element of the rocks, eh? And when the daytime it gets heats up, and even night, the freezing cold night comes, still it is hot because of the all containing the hotness very well in the daytime. Using the same technology here, using a rock, and containing the heat. And this is amazing technology because specifically here, the wind protector, yes, also is for part of the keep containing the hot air. And all this air need to go out at the end, which is we need to keep have a circulation. So we also made it a chimney as well. And gajari is the basically talking about from the air going through. However, the all this dirt part is the has to be like a strong, as you can see. Like this house is a kind of a floating looks like right now. However, the which is just a considered as a, like a base of the house, which is a make it strong. Imagine all the airs, of course, it's a contains a moist, so the all this dirt can be like a smooth and moist, which is the house can be collapsed. So yeah, the we consider that and we built a very strong structure. Whatever you see, the gray part is a considered as a, like a rock. Mhm. So continue. And we discovered like this is not only Korean thing or not only Asian thing. In Rome, also discovered a very similar system called the hypercoast. And also in Alaska, they discovered a very similar technology, like or like ondol. However, the in Rome and Alaska, they didn't develop. They just invented it, they use it, and it's gone. And they nowadays, of course, they're using like a new technology and make it heat up from something, but not like Korea. Korea is the best country that developed it and is still using it, and we keep developing. We're going to talk about that the technology invention, technology development later. So continue. This is actually the evidence of the ancient age we use it. For example, this is like a 16th century in Korea. As you can see, this is the Agongi part, yeah. And all these rocks is under there. There's a gaps and all hot air is going through there. And let me put it more, yeah. And yeah, so this is how it looks like in under the house. So the air, how air is going through. And this is actually from Korea as well, yeah. And this is from Mongolia, yeah, not specifically Korea, but as you can see, they also have the same technology. As I mentioned, the people who invented this, the name was called the Okjo people. Okjo people is here, Okjo people. And as I mentioned, they living near to the North Korea geographically right now, which is a Duman River. And the upper the Duman River at the moment was the Mongolian people lived it and Chinese people lived it. So of course, this technology is a great invention, so it keeps like a contagious to other countries and it started developing. And this is in Mongol how they use it. Yeah. As you can see in the bottom part here, yeah, that's the where the hot air going through. Yeah. I don't know how they actually like put the cooking or something. Maybe not just cooking, they just put the wood and put the fire on it and make it heat up. Yeah, which is as you can see, very not developed the technology compared with the we just saw. And so we are done with this page. Yeah, continue about the ondol here. We're going to see more pictures, by the way. Yeah. This is the picture about the translated in Korean structure of the ondol. And of course, like we created many videos of the history of the ondol, and there's a very famous. And let's see, this is not the registered in the UNESCO. However, the historical heritage, like we call the 국제 무형 문화재 in Korean, it's registered in that way. Yeah, so which is this is like we keep protecting and maintain this cultural history in Korea. Other country, I don't know, but in Korea at least. And so yeah, they're talking about the 4th century. Yeah. And yeah. And going down a little bit, yeah. So this is actually how Korean old houses looks like in the 16th century. 16th century, yeah. And yeah, this is actually how house looks like. And obviously the under this part should be have an under system. And yeah, look at this. Like people are wondering and curious about the why they set up the house like the separate from the bottom part. Well, but including the under technology in this part, like they made it, and well, because of the angle of the area here, the like a kind of a build a house in the uphill. Yeah, however, it doesn't matter uphill, down here, whatever. They set up the ondol or the houses in this moment, which is the 16th century, as I said. And now let's talk about the modern ondol. So first, cement briquette ondol, which is where did I put? Yeah. Here, yeah. So as you saw the previous ondol system, the with agungi, only when Korean cooking, all the heat we can start to contain when they only start to cooking. Of course, without cooking days, you can just put the wooden fire on it and keep hot air going through under the floor of the house. Yeah, but we consider that's like a kind of a wasting the wood because we don't even cooking. We just using wood for the heat up the floor. Imagine in a cold winter, because of you need a wood, you need to chop the wood in the mountain, how hard work it is. Yeah. So in 17th century, 18th century in Korea, when Korea become more modern, which is already finished the World War II and already finished the Korea War, which is 1953 to 1950 to 1953. Yeah. After that, Korea developed a more modern country. And we developed these things. And this is what we called here, the cement briquette. Yeah. So this type this type of things when you heat up, it keep burn more like 8 hours. So which is even you don't cook, you just put this in the agungi area. What is also the very ancient technology we saw the first invention. What is so it can maintaining hot air more than 8 hours. Yeah. And this technology is a great invention. Still in Korea, like a very, very poor area of Korea, they still using this actually. And I'm going to show you like we are delivering this to the people who poor, like poor people who living. We call the 연탄 전달. Yeah. For example, like this. Yeah. Let me show you the image. Yeah. As I mentioned, the poor people, still poor people using this in Korea. So yes, this is how it looks like. Yeah, it's a black. But when it start to burning, like more than 6 hours, it start to become more white. Yeah. So anyway, as you can see, these blue jacket people are actually like delivering, like doing volunteer work for delivering the poor people's house in Korea. Yeah, this is a better picture actually. Yeah, look at this. The poor people in Korea, they're living like a upper mountain part. Yeah. So these types of houses still have this technology system for ondol system in Korea still. Yeah. So as you can see, yeah, like it's a very popular to use it. And obviously in 16th century, 17th century, we keep using, most of the houses using this until new technology, which is a hot water boiler invented it. So what is about the hot water boiler ondol? Yeah, it's a very simple. Yeah. Think about the modern technology. As you can see, they just set up this hot iron line under the floor and the hot water is going through. You know what is the amazing thing living in Korea? Whatever house you go, I mean, not whatever house, sorry, not the poor area. Just a common house if you visit Korean house, which it will be apartment. Uh, I have to say 98%, 98% or 95%. I mean, let me put this way, most of the Korea apartments have this system. When they build a apartment, they put in this system. But don't misunderstand. Most of the Korean, they're living in an apartment because they are rich? No, because Korea is a small country than Mexico, so they don't really living in the normal house like Mexico in general, what we can see. Apartment, because Korea is small, we just keep go higher for the residence area. So that is why the living in apartment automatically you're going to have this system because once they design the apartment, they must include in this system. So, and of course, every houses have a controller like this, for example. Yeah. What you can see, I'm going to translate here. Yeah. So this the Rainier is the company of this ondol system, and this is a power button, and this is the screen that's showing the degree. And this part I cannot see really clearly, but however, the next one, so you can see you can change the function to the ondol to the just the heating up system. Yeah. Ondol system is basically more hotter, yeah, which is a heating system just using the leftover hot air from hotness from the hot water, but the ondol is automatically like a water gonna continuously going through. Yeah, like a real time. And here, this is a controller for the temperature. And the next one, yeah, is instead of like using this dial, you can just set up this one like low power, medium power, high power for the water going through. Yeah. And of course, that depends on the countries. I mean, depends on the company who made a ondol. They have a different the controller, yeah. And the continue. So yeah, that's the like still invention that we're still using in the most of the Korean houses right now, Korean apartment nowadays. And however, as I mentioned, this is so get popular and we cannot live without this system in the winter. So we using this system for the sauna in Korea as well. Another thing, in Mexico, sauna is not that popular, but in Korea, whichever place, whichever city, whichever the metropolitan city or capital city or the whatever city you go, we must have a sauna. We all most of the time we have a sauna. Yeah, not the like a poor area or not the middle of nowhere in the mountain, not like that, obviously. And for the sauna, the Korean they just so of course they gonna have a hot bath, but more than that, there's a common area we call the sauna area. The as you can see from the this is the second, third, fourth picture. Male, female doesn't matter. They wearing specific clothes that the sauna provides, and they gather together. They sitting down, they lay down, they even sleep there. Yeah. And when you're trying to enter the sauna in Korea, you are going to choose the option for payment, which is you're just gonna have a sauna or you're gonna have a sleepover. Yeah. Of course, a sleepover price will be like a 1.5 more expensive than the just having a sauna. So yeah, the we at least what I remember when I was a teenage, every single year when winter comes, I go to sauna with my friends at least like 2, 3, 4 times. Yeah. And then now I'm living in Mexico, so I miss this. Every time when I go back to Korea in winter time in Korea, I always go to sauna, obviously. Yeah, because I miss that culture and I love the culture. Yeah. Um, so it's talking about the sauna, but obviously the ondol system in the floor. But yeah, we have actually sauna. Like look at this picture, the inside of a small room. You can actually enter inside, and there's actually have like a Western style sauna as well. Yeah, this is a perfect picture here. Yeah, like a actual sauna. They drinking, they eating, yeah, whatever. And yeah, and so what I want to point it out is this ondol, specifically like using ondol system. Oh, by the way, the floor is actually the very comfortable rock. I mean, uncomfortable rock. More like a tiles. Yeah, let me put there's a tiles. However, why they set up the uncomfortable tiles? As I mentioned at the beginning, because of the when rock get heat up, it maintaining the hotness a very long time. The same reason. So yeah, about this ondol system, this is nowadays how we're using it. And another thing I want to point it out. Now let's talk about the electronic blanket. Okay, so I don't want to get out of the house in winter time in Korea. So what I can do then, I want to enjoy the ondol system in house. Of course, you can just enjoy the ondol system in the house, but since we adapting the Western culture, many Koreans they stop sleeping on the floor, which is if they want to enjoy the ondol system, they should sleep on the floor. But now we are using the bed, like a Western culture style, the bed. So we Korean they started invented this electronic blanket thing is because of someone who's sleeping in the bed and they want to enjoy the ondol system. It's not the ondol system, obviously, but the let me put this way, benchmarked product. So you just set up this the electronic blanket on under the on top of the mattress, under the mattress cover, and you're going to sleep with a hotness. Yeah. And another extra information, at least every single Korean who I met in Querétaro, they are using this electronic blanket in wintertime, and of course, including me as well. Another like a TMI, like a too much information, but I'm gonna say, if you are going to Korean grocery store in Hurikia, you can buy this thing. Depends on the bed size. They have like a small one single size or double bed size or queen size, king size. Yeah. And the price is approximately 900 to 1,700 peso, for example. Yeah, but as a Korean, I know it's expensive, but as a Korean, it is worth it to pay because having a really warm winter. The another TMI, my best favorite things what I do in the winter time is after having a shower, even I having a hot water shower. When I get out of the shower, even I like dry me completely, it's cold. So before go to shower, I set up this like electronic blanket in my bed, and after shower, directly get into the bed and being warm myself. Yeah, and at the moment, like it sounds ironic, but it's really nice. Eating ice cream in the bed with a setup that's electronic blanket is amazing. So another last thing I want to show you is this is as I mentioned, this is electronic blanket, but electronic is a containing 전자파, which is let me show you. Yeah, this one. In English, electromagnetic waves. And we still have a rumor that this, whatever the electronic device you're using, these electromagnetic waves are hurting your body. And of course, there's a certain amount of the electromagnetic waves are not really affecting to the body, but if you're using like a high voltage electric equipment or the things, it will be affect your body. Because of that, what we invented is called the hot water mat, which is the system is exactly same, but instead of using electricity, now we are using water, hot water, yeah, which is like a really like smallized for the like a micro, how to say, minimize of the actual the modern ondol system, which is a hot water boiler ondol system, but now make it as a, like a comfortable one, yeah. um as you can see, like the you're gonna put the water inside of this machine. As you can see, every single picture have a this machine or yeah, containing the machine. You get this here and here. Yeah. So you're going to put the water inside of this machine, and there's a two different tubes are connected with this mat. The first line, which is output from the machine and input to the mats, is hot water. Yeah, going in. And output line from the mat to input tube to the machine is when the water get cold inside of the mat, it going out, it comes out from here and heat up again, like a rotation basically. Yeah. So all the electric the things and the electromagnetic waves are just happening in this machine. And obviously, as you can see, this machine is being separated with where people sleeping. Yeah. This is really good picture. You can see there's many lines are connected. Yeah, one input, output, input, output. Yeah, because I keep making rotated for the hot water. So this is what we're using in right now nowadays in Korea. And yeah, my conclusion. This video eventually, I hope this video helped you for understanding about the Asian ondol culture and how developed and who developed. Already I mentioned and everything. But if you have a more further question, please let me know. This is the end of the presentation. Thank you very much.